Mike's.
Freak Nation, Bill Elliott, Dale Earnhardt, and now Tyler freaking Reddick. He's done something that only those two dudes have done, and we'll share it with you coming up here in the Freak Nation. It took them 2 damn stages for me to be freaking entertained with this racers race. What are we doing here, Freak Nation? We got to figure this thing out with this next gen 7 car that's trying to work their way around the 2026 season. How you doing, Freak Nation? Coming up, Ron Capps, who likes to blow his funny car up and then win the race. He's going to be here in the Freak Nation. His teammate, Maddi Gordon, will be here in the Freak Nation. Crasher Scott McLaughlin will be joining us here in the Freak Nation next couple of hours. That's how we roll, man.
That's how we roll, because we cover it all.
Yeah.
We've got Hunter Lawrence, who now has, we're talking about what Tyler Reddick winning the first four out of the first 6 races for NASCAR. How about Hunter Lawrence? Let's give him a little bit of a shout out in Supercross, as he's won 3 of the last 4 races in Supercross. Yeah, we don't need Jet. We don't need Jet Lawrence out on the dirt. We need Hunter Lawrence.
So, Freak Nation, if you know, you know. We're based here in Phoenix. So all weekend we had the NHRA Arizona Nationals just going off. And where we're located, we're about freaking pinning it here. Cole Cusimano. Cole's a freaking scratch golfer. If Cole's playing golf, we're about a 5-iron from Firebird. But if I'm playing, damn, we're a freaking driver. We're so close to the track. So needless to say, we were there Friday, we were there Saturday. We're not there Sunday because we had to take it all in via the Moon Tube. When you're watching, I know it sounded kind of boomer-esque, sorry about that. We wanted to take in, of course, the Cup race and other things that are going on. March Madness, holy smokes! With a 12-year-old daughter that's so constant watching the freaking March Madness, while we got NASCAR going on over here, NHRA on Fox Sports going, it's bananas. But
do you even know what happened right before we started the show?
I do not. I have no clue, Crasher. I got a couple things on.
Number 1, Florida. See ya.
Did they get the boot by Iowa?
Oh, yes, they did.
Oh, you've got to be disappointed, Cole Cusimano. You are such a basketball hound. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. The only thing I like more than college basketball is college football. I'm a big collegiate athlete, sports guy. So, yeah, that was a big upset. I'm really broke up over it.
We need to do a bracket with you next year. Without question. You will get more into it in that.
I quit putting in my bracket about 6 or 7 years ago when I got beat by like a 4-year-old who was sitting about 50 yards over that way.
And she picked via colors.
Yes.
School colors.
And I walked in, I was there doing I was locked in. Back in the day, I was in it, man. I did my research for an hour and a half. I watched all the bracket shows. Still got beat by a child.
How old was she at the time? 6?
What,
4?
Like 4 or 5. Yeah.
And that's when she just picked the colors of the teams.
Correct.
She had Holy Cross,
Still got beat.
Holy Cross and Stephen F. Austin in the finals.
Because she liked her. She would have had high point this year.
All right. Freak Nation, we had ourselves a cup race, and I was completely disappointed the first couple of stages. It took about the last 80 laps for me to be engaged with this damn thing. I don't know if it's the way things are being covered with the race or what the hell it is. I'm hearing this, it's a pure racer's race. Well, let me tell you about pure sports, Freak Nation. You want to go back to pure NFL National Football League, where it's ground and pound? You want to go back to the NBA, pure NBA basketball? Do you want to go back to a pure racer's race when it comes to NASCAR, when it's all this stuff going on? No, you don't want it. You need pomp and circumstance. That's why you've got Major League Baseball creates things that at least try to keep you engaged in between pitches. That's why hockey, that's why even soccer to a degree. They try to tighten the lines a bit to provide you a little bit more excitement when it comes to racing. NHRA, IndyCar, they've all got it. IndyCar's a freaking 2-hour race. My God, 90 laps of that race at Darlington, that was more like Darlington. With our text thread earlier in the day, we were talking about what the hell is happening? And then all of a sudden, we saw some Darlington. Was it Brad Keselowski finally leading some laps, or was it Tyler Reddick working his way up for another freaking win? I don't know, man. But if you want to engage the younger individuals, You got to start pounding them early on, not wait until a portion of that third freaking stage, Freak Nation.
Stages, there's a problem.
There's one. There's no problem.
I bitched about this on Twitter, and so I know I'm not alone. I had a lot of people interact with me about that. I basically said as much. I said, I'm so sick of these damn stages, especially for a race like Darlington today, where tire was so important.
Yes.
And strategy was so important. It got so good in that third and final stage when these drivers and these teams had to make up their mind when it came to strategy. That's the only reason Tyler won that race, because he had the fresher tires, 4 and 5 lap fresher tires at the end of the race. That's the only reason Carson Hocevar got to where he was and finished on top 5, because of that strategy where he had those 7 or 8 lap fresher tires. Whereas in those first 2 stages, you didn't get that because all these teams with the same damn strategy. We only got to race 90 laps, so we can hit a lap 45 and be fine.
That's not racing.
That's not racing!
That's not racing at all.
No.
That's frustrating is what that is.
It's
The
stupid.
stages are fine, take out the cautions.
Yes.
The cautions need to go. You can have your data center basically determine who wins the stage as the laps continue to run under green. We do want pure racing back, and pure racing is no stage cautions.
Yeah.
They have to go. They are ridiculous in every aspect.
And the end of stage 2 is the perfect example of that, Cole, because in stage 2, we finally get some G-Day racing up for the lead between the RFK cars, and then it's like, oh, sorry, caution flag is out. End of that. Stop that right now. We don't want any more of that.
I mean, it was both stages actually. So the first stage, he had Brad that won it obviously, but Reddick, he had to go in and get his electrical issue figured out. He charged up to P2 and would have ran him down to the front of the stage win had there not been a caution. But I think that's the biggest thing here. The stage breaks are killing the momentum of the natural racing, because this really was, I mean, you look at how this race played out, it really was a good race. It was a lot of attrition. You got Brad. The only thing that went right was started on the pole today. Other than that, he had his cool suit fail, he had to have the battery replaced, he had electrical issues with the alternator, and all these different things. And I feel like they failed to document a few things, like Eric Jones rebounding for a top 10 at first spin, Chase Briscoe and Ty Gibbs coming from the 20s to finish top 10. So I just think he's
And Hocevar, really?
Exactly, finished the top 10.
He started in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of passing. I don't want to hear anybody say there was no passing. There was clearly a lot of passing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Perfect example of that. Remember last year when William Byron led, we were talking about this on Wednesday, William Byron led like 80% of the race.
Yeah.
And the only time, and we were talking at times like, we want William Byron to lead every single lap because it rarely happens. There were only 4 lead changes across the 400 miles in the sprint race in Darlington last year. Quadruple that day, there were 16 lead changes.
Oh, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. Clearly, it was a better race.
Okay, then I'm a guy that just likes, and again, I'm the oldest guy I ever said, but I've got the freaking patience of a 12-year-old. And it's not a knock. Our whole country life it. That's just life now. The attraction for me with supercross, motocross, and drag racing has to be Cole Crash, Richie C. Suave, our good friend Cody Dick Johnson back there, has to be how quick it was over as a kid watching this.
No.
I would watch the drags. I would watch, whether it was whatever it was, I'd watch the drags, boom, they'd be done. Oil down, I'm out of here. I'm in the pits spending some of dad's money. But with supercross, motocross, you got time races, that has to be it. It's always been so tough for me to just stick around for 3.5. I pretended to enjoy baseball with the Rangers back in the freaking 80s. I just enjoyed the company I was with at the time in the freaking cheap seats, drinking beers, just, oh, game's over? Damn. I could have been all the way down to Austin 3.5 hours. I can't follow it, man. I just can't. Take away the stages. Yes, there's just got to be the stage breaks. There's got to be something, because we talked about that, about how Darlington is such a sweet spot, and we just expect scrap. We didn't get it.
Yeah. So we got those stoppages in the action.
Yeah, take away the stops. Again, keep the stages. Take away the breaks, take away the stops, and you maybe would have had more shrapnel. Because, like Richie said, strategies would have played out differently, tires would have worn out differently, and you would have had arguably additional wrecks. Not saying that we want wrecks, but I know some people do. Additional wrecks, but also additional pit strategy that would just totally jam up the field.
Yeah, I will say this too, because we were talking about this week as well, which is like, I love watching Darlington even if the racing isn't good like the first two stages, because of how hard that track is to drive for the drivers. Like, it's a challenge. And you can see it on TV. And you can watch and appreciate how hard it is for Tyler Reddick, for Kyle Larson, for these guys who love running the highline of that track and be within inches of the freaking outside wall every single lap for 400 miles. I'll take that 11 times out of 10 than whenever the crowd was watching Las Vegas was last week. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're comparing it to that.
Yes.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But again, the attrition is really what you want at that type of track. And these freaking racers just bananas, man. I didn't see it. It just didn't grab me like it was. However, Tyler Reddick is doing things that Dale Earnhardt did. Bill Elliott did. Those are three names and three names only that have done what Tyler Reddick did today. We'll get to that. Also, line caps coming up. Speed Fix Bits. Luke Zoll's video. Yeah, there's something. I thought that was just something that was under you over here. What? There's something on your side. Like when you go to him, there's a little white piece to his right, camera left.
Is it the aux connection over there for the headset? I see very little tiny piece underneath the flag.
I don't see it on the camera.
It's so tiny on this little screen, but is that what you're talking about right here?
No, you can't see it,
Yeah, sorry about that. I keep
but it's right here.
Oh, well, and that's the pole in the.
But it's not showing up. It's not showing up on the camera, and I don't see it there. It's just a split. Excuse me, it's just a split.
Yeah, I don't see it. So.
There's the pole way over there.
Yeah.
But when you go to him, did you guys see it too?
No.
Yeah.
I see the regular weird bar over there, but it's always over there. I've seen that.
That white bar?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That should not be there.
That's just this TV.
Oh no, I can see it. I see it on little preview. It's faint, but I can see it.
So what the fuck is that?
You're talking this?
No, that's not it.
Oh, well, maybe I don't see it.
It looks like there's something white underneath it.
I'll check when he comes on camera next, but I can't see it from here, obviously.
Okay, but you can't see it on YouTube?
I don't see what you're looking at.
I truly think it's that TV. I've
It
seen
may-
something on the side of
It
that
might
TV
be.
forever.
It might be. That's why I can look and check. Oh, there it is right there. There it is. See that? Go back to you. I'll show you. See that?
Oh, and that's definitely the bar or the pillar.
It's just,
I'm telling you, man, it's not. Watch this camera. Watch this camera. It's not. We go all the way over here.
Yeah, see now that little spot is gone off my preview now too.
That little on the lower left.
Yeah. I would say that's probably clear of it now.
Let's see if it.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go Reddick here.
Yes.
750 cooling issues and tying Dale.
Copy that. Swinging pies.
there's a guy on Richie sucks.
Why?
You get on the mic.
Literally
He
why?
says Richie sucks even though he's right.
Oh, your best friend of the COVID.
Thanks for watching.
Exactly.
Mike's.
Freak Nation, this segment brought to my good friends at Lucas Oil. Go to lucasoil.com. Check out a line of products. 2 wheels, 4 wheels, your boats. Man, it is crap hot in Phoenix right now. I understand up through the Midwest, starting to heat up a little bit. Get that boat out from the lake. Make sure you got the Lucas Oil marine products in there, my friend. Check it out, lucasoil.com. Coming up, Ron Capps, 3-time NHRA Funny Car champion. Deuce, unfortunately, known for blowing up freaking race cars. And he did it again. And then went on to win the freaking Arizona Nationals. He'll be
I
joining us.
might say he's known for it. Like you said, he's a 3-time champion. He's not known for it. I don't think of Ron Capps and go, oh, God, it blows up race cars. Nope.
I think of a blue freaking Napa funny car. Just that front end just boom.
That happened today. I don't think of it all the time though.
She'll pick fights.
I
where
would
she
take a
can.
fight with you on that one. I would definitely think, because I don't think of Ron Capps as a driver that knows the race cars.
Richie, put it out there, my friend. When you think of funny cars in NHRA, what's the one driver you think about? All right, they're not going to
That's a
say.
different question.
They're not going to say J.R. Todd. They're not going to say Matt Hagan.
No, what you said was, Ron Capps, he's known for blowing up funny cars. He's known for blowing up race cars. No, that's not what Ron Capps is known
Number
for.
being a champion.
He is known for being
I
a champion.
like looking at Cole. Cole's uncomfortable, right?
I had to get my my headphone loose from my
Running down their fighting again.
uncomfortable here.
No, my gosh! Hey, Tyler Reddick's doing something that, did something today that Bill Elliott and Dale Earnhardt.
And it's
Did.
just the three of them.
Right. Jimmy Johnson didn't do it. Right. Kelly Yarborough? Right.
Where's your daddy?
No. Cole Cusimano, what is it that Tyler Reddick did today?
Well, in winning at Darlington today, Tyler Reddick has now won 4 of the 6 NASCAR Cup Series races. And yeah, like you said, only Dale Earnhardt and Bill Elliott have done that in NASCAR's 75-plus year history. So congratulations to Tyler Reddick.
And if you watch this race rotation, there was a time you thought, there's no way Tyler Reddick's going to win this damn thing. All kinds of issues, including Cody Big Johnson. He had the cooling issues with the car. Tyler Reddick just was midway through the race. So it's there. So it's there. Richie.
All right, Mike's hot.
It's awesome seeing Tyler Reddick talk about these things. And his clutch gene needs to be studied. Like I think he's notorious for this right now in his young cup career. Because we saw last year or 2 years ago at Darlington, 2024, he had that through race where he overcame and won the regular season championship. So you go back to Darlington this time around, and from the drop of the green flag, we didn't think he was going to finish the race. So he was reporting brake issues in the beginning. He had the electrical issues, and from the very beginning, he had to turn off the cooling system to save the electrical things going on in the car. And yeah, so just to see all the things, the adversity he had to go through to win this race was insane. And he passed Brad with like 28 to go in this race. So by no means
Like he was standing still.
Exactly. No, it was insane the move he made.
Like Brad had the old package, and then Tyler had the 750.
Yeah, and like Ricky was saying, it's just a part of those guys that have the dirt background. They're able to like maneuver this track specifically so good where they're up against the wall and they just dive on in there, do a nice crossover.
The one of my favorite things about the Fox broadcast today actually was the part of where they showed the in-car camera of Tyler Reddick, and he's messing with his hose, his cooling suit, and they give him like a pressurized something or other to try and get all this hot water out of his cool suit because of the electrical issues they were having. I was like, holy cow! That was like, I can't imagine trying to do that, trying to drive under caution, which he was doing at the time, like at the straightaway or in these turns in Darlington. It was pretty wild. So congratulations, Tyler. Overcame a lot today.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, is this our third weekend in a row that we've had heat issues with these cars and cool systems failing? Actually, 4 weeks in a row, because I believe Coda was first too.
Yeah.
Okay, it's March, people. What is going on? I know weather has been really rough around the country, a lot of heat, but is this something to do with the cars as well? I'm asking that because I don't know.
If anybody else in the set knows, we don't. So it's a great question. Tyler was talking about this package, the 750 package at Darlington. Go ahead.
25.
Yeah, that's another thing that happened in this race actually for Tyler Reddick. So on top of the braking issues, the electrical issues, and the cooling issues, in the final stage of this race, he actually ran into the back of Chris Buescher for, I think it was P3 at the time. He was trying to move the pit road, didn't signal, and yeah, he just freaking clocked at 17. I mean, he still was able to win this race, but I just cannot say enough great things about Tyler Reddick, how he's able to persevere and win this thing.
Does this history-making race win for Tyler Reddick, again, Dale Earnhardt, Bill Elliott, only 2 people have done this for the first 6 races, right? Does this say a lot about not just his character, but what he's overcome? We beat this horse to death, and I'm going to continue to do it as long as Tyler Reddick continues to win. The adversity that he went through last year, not even one, then he could X out of the 23-11 ride with his contract with his lawsuit.
If the lawsuit didn't go to favor, yes.
There's that. There was the health of his newborn. So much going on that either that was really rattling his system to where he wasn't as focused as he is for 2026, or this guy's overcome so much. And you know what? I'm going to rewire the system now that I don't have any of these issues. And I'm going to be Tyler Reddick. I would say, oh, is he such a young guy? Because it's light years what we saw last year.
I mean, I think it was more so weighing on him last year because we've seen Tyler Reddick throughout his entire NASCAR career be so successful. I mean, in the O'Reilly Series, he was a back-to-back champion for 2 different teams. Like I mentioned, the Flu race in 2024, where he won the Regular Season Championship. He made the championship for that year as well. Even look at this year, he won at Atlanta after getting involved in a wreck with no right front fender on the car. So this is something Tyler Reddick has been doing since he's gotten the racing scene, just persevering. And I just think that all the stuff in 2025 kind of weighed on him. That's kind of why he didn't perform.
And who knows what we're in for the rest of the year as well, because so far this year, again, we're just in March, 1/3 of his entire wins have come 2026. That's bonkers.
And Richie, I think you put on the text with us today, but he's about 6,000 or 7,000 points ahead of second place.
Basically.
Close.
He is 95 points ahead in the NASCAR Cup Series points right now, which I'm sure NASCAR is looking at and saying to themselves, why do we go this current point system now? Why are we still in the playoffs? Because at this point, regular season's over at this point. Nobody's catching Tyler Reddick. So I'm sure, I think they're kicking themselves a little bit. Like, of all seasons, for a dominant season, why not? Because he's on pace, man. Let's do a little bit of math here. He's on pace. 6 times 4. What is that? That's 20. He's on pace for 24 wins this year.
We know that's not going to happen, but
Oh, why can't? What?
you're right.
I
Nobody would have said that you would have won 4 of the first 6, you know?
My point is this, Richie. We know that's not going to happen, but like you said, no one said this guy's going to tie Dale Earnhardt
Yeah.
or Bill Elliott.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Tyler Reddick on time, Bill Elliott.
25.
Again, Tyler Reddick tying Bill Elliott and Dale Earnhardt 4 out of the first 6 races with wins. Holy smokes. How do you feel now, you happy bees? Griping and moaning about, we didn't do the point system. He's about to stir things up. We'll explain next. Tyler Reddick, if he doesn't win this game championship for you freaking purists, you can kiss 5 more freaks next. So when you said that, Richie, I went, yeah. Let's move cash to the 4th segment. And Let's talk points. So Cody, it's only on his camera. There's a white bar.
Yeah, I'm staring at it. I don't see it.
It's there.
I believe you. I
It's
just
on YouTube.
I don't see it.
I'm curious, the way you can move those around.
Not with a plain camera. His is just an overlay. His camera has just never been changed.
Okay, what's underneath it?
Nothing. It's just a camera with the overlay. Like everybody's individual is the same way. The 3 shots the same way. There's no movement at all. It's just a 16:9 ratio. That's it.
Have you cheated his picture over a little bit?
None.
On
the split, yes.
LinkedIn?
On the split, yes, but not on his single. Yeah, I'm because truthfully, I would see it here if it was moved over because the shots are going to show the same. I don't see it, so I'm wondering if it's maybe. Actually, I don't really have an idea, but it's not. I'm like 99% sure it's not ATEM doing this. So whatever you're seeing is something else, I guess. There's nothing there. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, I don't see it.
Good on FS2, dog. Yeah, it's on FS2. God damn it, what is that?
Honestly, Benny, it's gotta be that camera or, because you're right, it can't be TV if it's only his camera that's doing it.
That's
It's
on
probably
TV.
that.
On camera, if you look at it, it looks like there's this host there. This always.
Mike's hot.
Hey, Creek Nation, how about $80? Man, we can all use $80 nowadays, right? Well, you buy 4 qualifying tires from General Tire, and you'll get $80 back from our friends at General Tire. Check it out. Go to GeneralTire.com. It's GeneralTire.com to find out how you can get $80 back when you buy 4 qualifying tires from General Tire. I know, Richie, that our good friend Jeff Gluck, and I mean that, I'm not being flip. Our good friend Jeff Gluck, when he puts out was so-and-so or was this race a good race? And I can tell you again that, well, you know what, they've surprised me, right? They've surprised me. I'll be curious what the Gluck Nation says about this race at Darwin. We've talked about this before, Kobe Shimano Crasher, where we base our opinions, I'm saying we, which is people in general, we base our opinions on the last thing we freaking saw.
Recency bias.
Yeah, and if you based your opinion on what you saw the last 50 laps of Darlington, yeah, it's a good race. But it was such a stinker for me, those first two stages, it's just tough, it's overwhelming for me to say, yeah, Doug, it's a great race. You know, Doug, if you say, was stage 1 a good race? No. Stage 2 a good race? No. Stage 3 a good race? No, okay, well, maybe 50. It's just tough for me to say yes with what we saw today.
I'm a yes, Cole. I'm a yes.
You're gonna answer yes to the race.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you answered it earlier. You said you'd rather watch this than Vegas.
Yes, absolutely, yes. The track is just it's so tough. It's too tough to take for a reason.
Right.
It's too tough to take for a reason. And stage cautions would frustrate me about this race, but for the most part, I liked watching this more so than I have some of the other ovals on the schedule. And 6 races in, we've had 5 good races, in my opinion. That's a pretty damn good hit rate. And you're talking to somebody here on camera right now, me, who is a very casual NASCAR Cup Series fan. I'm the most critical of NASCAR, I think, on this show in the past. Last year, I was so over the Did 7 car, and this year with the 750 package, 5 out of 6 races have been good, and I was entertained by it. That's really hard to do for me. I know.
Cole, what were you doing the first 2 segments?
The first 2
Were
stages.
you wearing pants? Yeah, first 2 segments.
Right, as long as he was winning the race. So.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, so those pants were gone.
Problems, yeah. You debunked it. No, I love seeing any of the old veteran drivers lead these races. You never know who's going to go last time. Whether it's Denny, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, all these older guys, it's really cool to see them lead these races. Anyway, I would vote yes as well, Richie, because like being a motorsports journalist and having to do these shows, I like to look at the lap times. And I think, you know, the broadcast might not have done a great job in articulating just how difficult this race was and how many comers and goers there were. But if you're looking at the stopwatch and lap times, there really was a lot going on in this race. And those last 50, 60 laps were really, really good. But I will say this, I do agree that every race this season has been really good. So that's great. But if you're a casual fan or a first-time viewer because maybe the Maddi Gordon hype, this might have been the worst of the 6 races just because of how the stories were told or were not told. So it's like, I understand those who vote no, but I vote yes because I'm with Richie on this one. We know how difficult this track is to navigate, and I think just looking at the lap times and what I know about the sport, I thought it was a good race.
Yeah, you're talking about an asphalt that just tears apart tires, a specific tire here that was made to degrade or just kind of lose its grip over a certain amount of time. Again, stage breaks really are not to our favor in that regard. But yeah, it's a track that is mesmerizing. It's so unique, and drivers love it or hate it, but they know that it takes a certain talent to drive it. There is a lot to tell here. And if it's not completely being told, then yeah, that's going to be tough on a new viewer. I get that.
Get rid of those freaking stage breaks.
Get rid of the breaks.
Put it in the hands of the crew and the freaking driver for the full damn race. And that would knock off what did we determine that would knock off what, 25, 30 minutes maybe?
I mean, well, you probably could say that. They're also having more cautious because of the tires failing.
Darn.
Yeah.
Give me a real caution.
Okay,
No, I agree.
An organic caution is different than.
Absolutely.
And one quick thing I want to say before we move on to the point system was, did you guys by any chance put that picture together for me?
Yep.
You did? Now, what I enjoyed about today, and you talked about the old guard, what I enjoyed about today, I was done with Darrell Waltrip as an announcer about 5 or 6 years prior to him leaving. I just, again, it wasn't this day and age. I'm being very kind. But when he showed up today to do boogie boogie, I thought it was kind of cool. But I also enjoyed the dude's outfit. It's like he just got off a golf cart. It was a little sweaty, a little disheveled. I mean, that's how not that drastic, but that's how I see people calling races. They're not calling golf. They're not calling basketball. They're not calling, I mean, even baseball, Major League Baseball, the dude's up there in a freaking polo shirt at least. No, they're not calling My point is this. Do we have a picture? No. It's like, can we do something about, listen, I'm sure Mike Joyce sleeps in a damn suit and tie. But we know Clint, we know Kevin. Can we just put them in something that looks like the other guys on the other side, Townsend Bell, Hinchcliffe, Buxton, the guys who call the IndyCar race?
They're still in posts though.
That's okay, look, that's a win. That's a win.
At least,
Kenny hates tie.
I hate freaking
Oh,
time.
that's what this whole deal was about?
I know, right?
No, it's much bigger than this, but I'm just incrementally.
It's the same thing.
Incrementally. It's like, okay, you just have to take the ties off. It's like, come on, man. Come on. And
Okay, meanwhile, I'm looking at headsets versus hand mics. There's a difference.
Yeah, that's true.
I
If
mean,
I-
headsets kind of take it to a more organic level.
I agree.
you look at the guys from, you look at the guys who call the IndyCar race, and they call the race like they look. Not a knock. It's not a necessary compliment. Go back to the picture again. And you look at the other guys, you look at Mike Joy, Kevin Harvick, Clint Boyer, they call the race how they look. Okay? That's not a compliment, it's not a knock. But my preference is I want someone to call a race like the IndyCar team.
You're saying they look more comfortable, they act more comfortable. Is that what I'm picking up that you're saying?
That's some of it. And again, a lot of it has to do with producers. A lot of it has to do with your spotters. People are, because I've done this so many times, and I can't stand the call race. I can't stand it. I know how difficult it is. It's just not my personality. My personality is just a freaking free flow.
And you know who doesn't wear suits and ties when they're calling races, believe it or not? The broadcast team of F1.
Wow.
I've never once seen
There you
Rocky or Brundle or Alex Jakes or David Coulthard or any of the F1 TV crew wearing suits and ties, man. They're all showing up and they look super casual. So shout out to F1 for doing that.
There you go. And I've never, I see what you're saying, the difference between the IndyCar booth and the NASCAR booth. There does seem to be a slightly more casual feel to the IndyCar booth, but I'm not a fan of coats. You can take those off. I want to see polos, I want to see t-shirts even. Maybe not a graphic t-shirt like I have on, but I want to see them extremely casual. I want to feel like I'm having a drink with them at a bar top.
And Cole, Richie, Cody Big Johnson, this is something we've railed against for 26 years. To just be me on the broadcast, and I in general, just be me. Don't try and be so. We know Clint and Kevin so well. That's not them. If you watch Kevin on his podcast, that's Kevin Parker,
There you go.
right? I just know rarely when I'm in a freaking sports coat, I start to do this. When I'm in a tie, I'm like this. My God.
Really?
My wedding, I'm in khakis, flip-flops, and a freaking cool, what the hell ever shirt that
White
was.
button up, but it was untucked.
Yeah, man, it's like, I'm not gonna sit in a freaking tie for 3.5 hours and talk about a G-damn race, man. A lot of times, like, right now, Cole, would you be acting different if you had a suit and tie on sitting in that chair?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You couldn't sit like that, you couldn't be that cash. Couldn't fly out in freaking St. Christopher like that. Well, you look like a stiff P over there in the AFC. I mean, I've got to go over there and freaking clean Richie up every now and then. I mean, look, Cody Big Johnson. You get a shot at Cody. I mean, look at that guy. Imagine that guy in a freaking suit and tie, right?
You're not ever gonna see me in a suit and tie.
Yeah, good.
Kyle Larson
Not
won the
ever.
championship, and we couldn't even go get a suit and tie.
Kyle Larson could win 7 championships. You're not gonna get me in a suit and tie.
If you saw me, I think I would look like I wear a suit and tie better than a freaking NASCAR driver. But if you watch those G-Dang awards, man, when they're in suit and ties up there, the day is talking, they look like a freaking skunk in church. I don't know what the hell that is. But man, they just look so freaking uncomfortable. I have no idea what we got out of this segment, but dang it, you know where I stand.
Well, we were supposed to talk about the new point system, but oops. Next out.
He's on fire! He's next. Speaker Smith of the Soul Students. See, that's Steve Freaks right there. You go into something and then
beginning of second hour.
This is all caps here.
No.
The
Or then you come back to me, Cody.
Yep.
We'll try and have probably 2 or 3 minutes after you talk about it.
Yep.
My mom texted me, say anything.
Just gonna say Christopher.
St. Louis!
I also have my, I broke up the dinosaur.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
This is more me.
Yeah.
I gotta get a separate chain.
I need to bring up my Eagle tree. I don't have my house somewhere.
Philadelphia Eagles.
No, shit, no. The Eagles look like a freaking sparrow.
I should see my house. I'm sure it's still. So I found my smoking gun the other day. I haven't stuffed in my house. It's like, oh, that's where that is.
Just in a corner, just kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Jay.
Did you watch this?
No, I heard you. You must be on Fox Sports News. So I was headed to Ruby's. Yeah.
Or on Fox Sports, Sirius XM?
Oh, true, yeah.
Just you gonna intro? Yeah.
Cody, before I forget, what's your schedule tomorrow?
I will have to look at mom's schedule, but why?
We may have the ability to have Austin Croc.
Okay. I'll see if I can get out. Well, I'm free, but I may not have a car. All right, just your mic's hot.
Freak Nation, our crack staff puts together a heck of a rundown, and I'm looking at the second hour, and you can only see it on YouTube. Be sure to go to Official Speed Freaks on YouTube. You can see the second hour. First hour, bam, FS2. Thank you guys for allowing us to spread more Freak Nation through Fox Sports FS2 on this network. Happy to be a part of it, and hopefully they're happy for us to be a part of it. Second hour coming up. So yeah, YouTube, Official Speed Freaks, man. Be sure you log on, subscribe, and you'll miss nothing from Speed Freaks. So the second hour coming up, Maddi Gordon, Scott McLaughlin, IndyCar, Mendon, I missed IndyCar this weekend, so we're gonna do some of that. Scott McLaughlin. Next, his name is Ron Campbell. We're gonna do benefits for freaking Speed Freaks Mojo so much. He comes in, what does he do? He freaking wins. He was on last week
Yes, he was.
And then, of course, he goes to Phoenix and wins the damn race after blowing his car. And I think the internet got a little bit better. It's a little iffy at first, but enjoy this little interview with Ron Katz shortly after he won the Arizona Nationals right here in Phoenix this afternoon.
Where'd he go? Yes. Oh.
Yeah. Ran the same chassis.
It didn't burn up. Well, he said it. They had extra water, so they just plugged it in. He did. I mean, thought they were very good. Right. And those lines are ready.
It's crazy. It's crazy. How about that? Amazing.
That's insane. Again, you went into December. You win these races in December.
Just to put that aside, how do you get through that? Do you have that YouTube graphic? Did you put up?
The more freaks.
What?
The more freaks.
Yeah.
Right now.
You come back.
Yeah, I had when you were talking about it a second ago. It was up.
He's been doing it.
It's a badass looking car.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Color. Come back here.
All right, Mike's hot.
So Snake tells Ron Capps back in the day to settle down. Don't you dare tell Maddi Gordon to settle down. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, we have Maddi Gordon, Ron Capps' teammate, who drives the top fueler, the Carlisle Tools top fueler. We have her in the second hour, and you will witness firsthand, if you have not benefited yet, you will witness firsthand her energy level and how some of us are claiming she's John Force 2.0. Because yes, that's what she brings to NHRA.
Freak Nation, again, watching us on FS2, listening to us on the Freak Radio Network, and of course, all across this freaking planet, Sirius XM, Fox Sports, Channel 83, I believe it is. Thank you guys for being a part of this. To continue to watch what we deliver for the second hour, Freak Nation, Maddi Gordon, IndyCar fans, we've got Scott McLaughlin talking about beating SVG 6 years ago. That's part of the interview. And this point system with NASCAR, it's what you wanted, but really, is that what you freaking wanted? That's all coming up in the second hour on our YouTube channel, Official Speed Freaks. Be sure you hit us up over there for the second hour and watch us, and continue listening to us on the Freak Radio Network. And one other thing before we go to break, what's so fantastic about these individuals that sit on the set with me is they've all got some cool fans. And the fact that Cole Cusimano's mom is watching right now and correcting me on the saint that I said, St. Christopher was big for my generation back in the 70s and 80s. But the saint around your neck is what?
St. Anthony.
Yeah,
St. Anthony, yeah. So, yeah, he's the one you pray to when you lose things. And honestly, I've done it many times throughout my life, and it usually works out to where I find whatever I'm looking for. So, yeah, St. Anthony. I'm rocking St. Anthony and my new T-Rex chain over here as well.
Yeah. Now, what about St. Christopher? What do you do then? When you need an extra beer, is that pray to St. Christopher?
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, here's the
But mostly usually.
St. Christopher. Good job, Crash Mahone. Girl.
What else?
Well, like our residential Catholic, we always go to Richie when we need some Catholicism.
St. Jimmy, baby. St. Jimmy.
Yeah.
You don't know?
No.
Let's
I'll
leave it
tell you
at
about it
that.
during break.
Listen, we,
Yeah.
hey,
Jimmy and John.
FS2 has been kind enough to have us on the show for the 2026. We're going to be booted off here just because we get all excited about Cole's freaking snappy necklace. So Mama Cusimano, thanks for watching us here. Don't miss the second hour. Official Speed Freaks on YouTube. Maddi Gordon, Ron Capps' new teammate. She is incredible. She joins us next hour. And this new point system for 2026 with NASCAR is what you freaking wanted, and it's going to backfire in your face. Second hour of the Freaks coming up right here. Official Speed Freaks on YouTube. Thank you, FS2, more Freaks.
Hey, awesome, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, good night.
St. Jimmy Bean and Johnny Walker, is that what you're doing?
No, St. Jimmy, bro. Come on.
Yes.
You're millennial.
Oh, that's not Jim Beam? I thought it was Jim Beam.
No.
I heard Johnny and I was called Jim Bean.
St. Jimmy is a Green Day song.
I was never like a huge Green Day guy. I only know their radio hits.
I'm being asked where you got your T-Rex.
I don't know. know actually. We got this in New York.
Oh.
Over there. This thing is like well over 20 years old.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm for
Yeah.
Speaking of dinosaur jewelry, did you see the new Jurassic Park release? They put out amber rings with mosquitoes in them.
No.
Yeah, you might need to get yourself one. Well, I didn't see a link. I just saw the pictures.
That's sick.
You know, if there's links, I send them.
Man, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's like officially licensed too.
I believe so. Yeah.
Talk to me, Billy. What's the latest?
Oh yeah, what's the score?
Arizona won 66 to 78, and UConn is now up by 10 to UCLA, and Alabama is crushing Texas Tech.
Oh.
So, let's see.
All right.
Oh, no, did I tell you guys I had something to talk about me this week? I think I probably tell you that I did.
You showed us that they're available, but I don't think you told us about it.
Yeah, I had the mini Crunchwrap Supremes. So they're like little mini.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Sliders, so they're, you know.
Any good?
It's because they're basically like a 4 Crunchwrap slider with their nuggets in it. basically.
Oh, those ones.
Yeah.
okay.
But it's the sauce that it like makes it good.
Is it the Baja Chipotle or some shit?
basically,
Yeah.
So it's
I'm a fan of that
it's a
sauce,
little
so
pricey, so.
I'm still envious that you got to try those like chicken empanada things.
Mm.
We still haven't got those, and those look so good.
Yeah, so I had those, and then I had the new chocolate and caramel empanadas.
Oh, it's salted caramel though, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of salted caramel, so
And the caramel one, I love the regular empanada that's bigger.
you're right.
This one not good.
That's how I was thinking it was going to be.
Caramel one also not as good.
Did they put out the new pie yet? I don't think you're going to try that either, but I'm not interested in that. But I am curious about the reviews because to me, it looks like freaking Play-Doh or something.
It does, it looks disgusting.
Yeah. The reviews of the first one were actually pretty good though. It was like $8 for the little slice or whatever. Yeah, I wasn't interested enough to even. No. Did you try the pie, Cole? The Mountain Dew pie?
Hey, look, they were-
Nah, no,
they were over
yeah.
the break. So that means you must be coming to Chicago.
No, I wasn't like itching to try it.
It looks so weird.
Yeah.
It's a big turnoff when something looks like that.
Pie guy in general, so
Yeah.
I
I used to be, but now there's like very select few that I will even attempt.
I probably only ever had pie maybe twice in my life.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm a big pumpkin fan, and what is it? Coconut cream. I really like that too. Oh shit, Mike's.
Show open there, Coach.
Oh,
Yeah.
Second
3,
hour coming
2,
to
and 1.
that's caught me off guard so bad. My bad.
I'm glad I wasn't freaking.
Hey, I was waiting for you to put your earbuds in. I'm like watching the clock, like he is taking forever. What's going on? Oops.
This is me.
Yep. Whoops. Well, you know, I'm just one guy, okay?
That's hilarious.
All right, let's try this again. Mics are hot.
All Nation, second hour. Thank you guys for coming over from FS2 to be a part of Official Speed Freaks on YouTube. Of course, all of our listeners on the Freak Radio and Podcast Network. How you doing, man? And Sirius XM Fox Sports. Happy to be a part of you guys. Not here in Freak Nation. Crasher and I, we live here in Phoenix. Richard C. Sparky does as well. And Cody Cusimano, the residential, he lives here in Phoenix. Cody Big Johnson, he lives here in Phoenix. But who are the two people hanging out at 105 degrees at the Drag Strip, just about 7 to 8 minutes south of our house this weekend, Crash? Who was it?
Wait, what are you talking about? We were.
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted to get at?
Who are these happy bastards? These young individuals hanging out at the racetrack. What are you guys doing?
They say we're too old today and 105 degrees.
There's 100+ degrees, man. I ain't going outside in that.
It wasn't that
Even if I'm watching tractors go 330 miles an hour, that's too hot.
bad. Well,
Let me pull the curtain back.
today they went 330, but yesterday was a little hotter and they couldn't quite get those speeds.
Cole, what were you doing, buddy?
I was working open and closed and eating pizza.
What did you do Friday night there, Cody Big Johnson?
Well, you can't say you were the only one at a track because I did attend the high limit event in Casa Grande. Yeah.
But you took a freaking bolt, though?
Yeah, good little golf ball. You know, I've had a little bit of a tenure at the dirt tracks, and I made a bonehead move. Was sitting right where stuff is spraying right at me, and apparently they left some rocks in the dirt. It was fun. We're good to go. That's what happened with the Open. Just head's a little.
All right, so I'm gonna take a detour from where I was going with this was.
We've done that all show.
Because it's afraid to have. Coming up, be careful what you wish for when it comes to NASCAR's new point system. You guys are gonna be hating life here in about 4 months. And Maddi Gordon, the new superstar from the NHRA, she's gonna be here. Scott McLaughlin. You need your IndyCar fix, Scott McLaughlin, and his story with Bubba Wallace is wait. We crashed her. I'm gonna pull the curtain back a little bit.
Oh no.
Crasher and I were hanging out with our good friends there at Flybird Raceway. The NHRA is just our baby. It really is. Crasher, say what you will, but the NHRA is just our.
Oh, they take care of us.
Yeah.
100%. It's always fun to. I wish we had them more than once in our backyard, but we do travel to a lot of races, whether that be Pomona, Indy,
Right.
St. Louis, WWC Raceway, and it's always a hit to hang out with them.
Okay, so my point is this: I was going to say props to those thousands upon thousands of people who stayed in those aluminum stands, 105 degrees, watching qualifying on Saturday. It was bananas. Looking up the strip, it was just jamming.
It looked
It was
fast.
awesome. It was so hot for March here in Phoenix. But when Crasher was talking, it wasn't that cold, it wasn't that warm. Crasher, where in the hell did you spend most of your time over the weekend?
Oh, I see what you're doing too.
Yeah.
The media center.
Yeah. Well, it was 68 freaking degrees, man. And then when we left there, where did we hang?
Tony Stewart Racing Hospitality.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't that hot. Well, no, the hell it wasn't, man. We were hanging out with Tony and Leah and Matt Hagan, or hanging out with our media friends. Well, half of freaking Phoenix get torched on aluminum stadium.
I did go up on the roof of the media center a couple times. You went up on the roof too. We did some outdoor things. We were in the staging lanes for a while.
Yeah.
I got my sweat on.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was awful. But it did.
Was it? Because we were out in the heat like 5 minutes. Our daughter's going through the line with freaking Dominic Stewart and Leo over here, and Tony over there, and Henley's getting freaking free steak and potatoes and chocolate. People were saying, yeah.
Oh, man, I missed out. After eating those.
All right.
They had free apples at high limit.
Oh,
Yep.
Too.
Free apples.
Same apples.
Yep, sugar beet.
Yes, same
Sugar beet,
apples.
same apples.
Sugar beet way to any bird.
Is there a reason? That's not track, I guess.
I believe they're partnered with Rico now. I'm not exactly sure, but he's been in a lot of their.
He wasn't a promo with theirs. Sugar beet apple.
Yeah, they even had the mascot show up.
No.
Yeah, that was fun.
That would have been hot.
Well,
HRA.
yeah.
Hey, all right. Back to the track position. Here we go, guys.
Or
Probably not. So, Richie, you brought up something in the first hour. How many points is on Tyler C. Reddick, who tied Dale Earnhardt and Bill Elliott with 4 race wins on the first 6 races in the NASCAR race? How far is he?
So yeah, Tyler Reddick is your points leader. He's leading by 95 points over second place Ryan Blaney. Keep in mind that you get 40 points, I believe, for winning a race, plus 15 extra points this year. So you get 55 points for winning a race plus stage points. So Tyler Reddick came away with 70 points today. So he is like basically a race and a half or so ahead of Ryan Blaney already through 6 races.
95 points ahead.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go through some on. Let's just do some math. I'm not going to get all excited about Richie talking about how he's going to win 75% of the races. But let's just say that he goes on to win 2 more races. And this lead that he has ahead of the next five or 6 drivers is just exponentially large. That could be a catastrophe for this series, who has, NASCAR, done their best to try and accommodate those that have been bitching and moaning about this playoff chase, whatever the hell we're calling it. So much so that O'Donnell and crew admitted it. Maybe we got away from it a little bit here. That if we go into September and Tyler Reddick saying, "Look at me, you happy bastards. I'm sitting up here in cool suites like Crash Gladys is at the Firebird." How does that engage somebody to continue to watch NASCAR for the next 8 races?
I don't think it would engage anyone, and that's why they went away from this format. But I also think it's not a full season format.
Right.
There's still like a 10-race chase, so it's going to reset once that 10-race slate begins.
Points reset.
And exactly,
Yeah.
points reset. But I don't think it's going to be a problem because here's the thing. Tyler Reddick said this, and so have his competitors in the series. The only reason they have this big release is because the way that the season opens up, it's tracks that really cater to Tyler Reddick. You look at Coda, you look at Darlington, obviously. You can do the Vegas there, which he didn't win at. But the thing with why he has this big release because he got lucky and won at Daytona and Atlanta. 2 tracks that are very unpredictable and are notorious for carnage and taking out a lot of cars. So they were able to run ahead, not only escape the carnage, but win both those races. So you couple that with the fact that he had 3 tracks in Vegas, Darlington, and Coda where he won 2 and had a good point in the other one. That's why he has this big lead. But you get into these races in the summertime, it's not going to be this big a lead. It's not.
So I looked into this one more time just to be sure. If Tyler Reddick dominates the season, like right now he has a 95-point lead right now, and say he's able to win 10 races. Kyle Larson won 10 races in his championship season in 2021, right? He went on to win the championship.
Yes, sir.
Larson went on to win the championship, right? You move into the chase with just a 25-point lead over second place. That's it. That's his only reward. So here's my question to you.
There's my bitch about it. There's my bitch about it.
It's to me, that was my biggest problem with this moving to this chase format is it's a half measure. It was them going back to what they've already done before, and it's a half measure. So now you go in now you're going with 25-point lead in the chase. Well, now why do I gotta watch the next 20 races? You know? As opposed to previously, I tuned in to watch races because I didn't know who was gonna win every week and they clinched the playoff spot. Because you look at the points now, it's like, how often did Bob say, are they mentioning the points? They're not. It's a lot of the fans out there like, oh, it's going to create a lot more storylines going to this type of point system during the regular season. There's going to be a lot more competition for that 16 spot. There hasn't been.
The 16 spot will be that'll be more of a storyline as we get to the end of the regular season, though. That's not a story for now, that's later.
And I know we gotta go to break in a minute. I'm not saying Major League Baseball is screwed, or the National Football League, or the NBA. Formula One doesn't have any kind of a playoff. The European, the EPL does not have any kind of a playoff. IndyCar does not have a playoff. But your major sports leagues, and I understand, well, it's different, you have 40 cars. But it comes down to it, you have to give us a reason to freaking watch. And if we get to that point in September, and Tyler Reddick's already won 6 races, and then he's down to, it's just, really, did we crown the champion if Tyler Reddick doesn't win the championship because Eric Jones was able to get 10 great top 20 10 races for the tail end. I just want us to be careful with what we wish for when it comes to Tyler Reddick and the student point system.
Let's revisit this in August,
Yeah.
when it does end the regular season. I think, let's see if we're still having this conversation. If we are, uh-oh.
Hey-o!
There's a big uh-oh. Yeah.
But even the Jets can win postseason.
15 years, baby.
Maddi Gordon, you don't want to miss this superstar. She is a superstar already in the NHRA.
She's a rookie.
And she joins us now.
Straight in or?
How long is this?
9:49.
We basically doubled our viewership that segment, because we were at 20.
I did leave that graphic up a lot longer than I normally do too. I left it up for almost that whole last segment that you guys were talking.
Yeah, come back to me. Go ahead or not.
I'll do today.
You're a cop up with furball, you
They were bad that one day because I was here for like, we were here for a while.
Oh, we were trying to figure out that board.
Yeah.
Nice.
But no, I mean, outside of that, we really haven't been bad.
Oh, Big Texas in the shot now. Didn't you see that? Governor Lucas, didn't it? Oops.
Well, this Lucas is also out. Yeah, just, we'll fix it later. Let's not worry about stuff like that. Sure.
Where the big balls finish today, anybody?
Top 10.
They surely didn't talk about him, for my knowledge.
Let's see. Hey,
Hey, was the O'Reilly race better than the Pitt race?
I couldn't watch. I was having issues. Could not get on the TV.
O'Reilly was, wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, I would say the last stage that I got to see, I would also agree with that. Wasn't that great for the first time this year. Everything else has been fantastic.
I'm I couldn't even watch the race because people at the beach wanted to watch the stupid March Madness.
So,
Carl Larson finished 32nd today.
dang,
He's
y'all.
cursed.
Every year after the championship. Just your mic? And this is Maddi?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. Mike's hot.
Freak Nation, complete engine treatment from our friends at Lucas Oil. You can find out how this will help your hot rod. 60s, 70s, 80s, I don't care what you got, man. Lucas Oil has the products to keep your rides on the road. It's getting hot out there, man. Do the Great Southwest, make sure you're rolling with Lucas Oil and go to lucasoil.com. Her name is Maddi Gordon. We've known her for several years now. She did some damage in the alcohol funny car class. Her old man is a legend when it comes to alcohol funny cars. But now, her rookie season with Ron Capps, she's making a whole hell of a lot of noise. Again, as a rookie in a top fuel car. Made it to the semifinals in Phoenix, and you're going to root for this girl. If you don't know anything about her after this interview, you're going to root for this girl. It's Maddi Gordon. Now, Speak for Spitz, Lucas Oil Studios. Yeah.
What time would Proc be here? What time would Proc be here? I can leave after 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be then, because if he does come, supposed to be doing testing tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
But he's got an event at Wild Horse Pass, the golf course there. He's gonna play with some LPGA.
Okay.
Girls. So it may be happening. I don't know. But I'm texting my house.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be good.
I mean, the good news is, if you can make it, you make it not. The good news is that I just turned all the cameras on and it recorded.
Oh.
It's just gonna take some post rate, some post edits.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I wake up and I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I wake up like just holy crap. It's 7:30 and I was supposed to wake up at 3. It was just it was we had a great time, but like I woke up and I'm fine. So but the next day, right, I get to Phoenix and it was my dad's race the next day. And it was like 2 or 3 days after that, I was like sleeping going to bed at like 7 a.m. because I'm just like trying to catch up. But
well, did they not warn you about Ron Capps? That's just what Ron Capps likes to have a good time. He's blaming his busted spleen on an accident in a sprint car. I think it was probably all the alcohol that he was consuming at wherever the hell that was.
I gotta say though, I gave him flack because he was like, oh, when you go back east, you got to like sleep train, right? You got to get on the right time zone. So you got to go to bed early. So you're ready for the time change. I'm like, okay. So I called his grandpa advice. Now I can't make fun of him anymore. I will not make fun of him not one more time for that. It's karma is what that was on me.
Oh.
So he tried to tell you about sleep training a few days before you slept in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, you got to sleep train prior though. You got to sleep train at home.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go to bed at like 7 o'clock when you're at home. So you can get onto East Coast. I will say I am kind of a grandma in that way. Like I do like to go to bed early because I hate being tired.
Okay.
Being tired sucks. So like I'll like get in bed at like 8:30.
On a race weekend, that's hard.
Oh no, at home.
Okay.
At home because I can and then but because I won't sleep in late. Like so I get up at a normal hour like like whatever 7 o'clock.
You're
whatever.
a morning person.
Yeah, I mean, something like that. I don't sleep in late, but
What the hell's happening here? Come, ladies, stop it.
Yeah, we're having a conversation.
What do you put your makeup on? What do you think it of? Do you take off at night? You sleep on your head? Listen,
I know.
people
We
can
did
go
not
online.
go there.
People can go online and look at your history in Top Alcohol, your dad, and how we got here. But personally, from you, I haven't heard this. With Ron Capps, he told the story about how this came about. I want your side of the story on when you got wind that he wanted you to drive for him, and then the trials and tribulations to finally get here to where you're sitting in the seat in the Freak Nation with Carlisle on your shirt, that this is for real. Basically, it was Seattle middle of my rookie season when Ron talked to my dad about asking if I would want to drive for him. So prior to that, I never won a national event. I had won a regional event, but never a national. And my parents told me when I was riding our motorcycle, they're like, hey, because long story short, they were acting all weird. And I'm like, what's going on with you guys?
You know.
I'm like, what's happening? Yeah. And they're like, oh, we have something to tell you. I'm like, okay, what? And it's like, well, Ron Capps wants you to drive Top Fuel for him in 2026. And I'm like, you told me this when I'm riding a motorcycle? Like, I'm never going to see the day. I'm going to crash, right? And so, long story short, we talked about it, and it was the next day. We're like, hey, Ron, like, you know, they already told me, can we talk to you about it? So the next day we talked to him, and, you know, I walked in there with clutch dust all over my hands, my hair, and I tried to make my hair look nice, but still I had clutch dust all over. And my mom's like, Maddi, you need to clean up your act. Like, if you're going to go over there, you can't look like that. I'm like, Mom,
it's part of it.
I'm like, he decided he wanted me looking like this. So like, this is kind of me. And she's like, oh, Jesus. Anyways, fast forwarding. Ron made it very clear. He did not want me to think about it. Don't worry about it. Don't focus on this. Focus on driving your race car, and I'll keep you updated, which is exactly what he did. He just, when he had something, he would update me, or I would call him every once in a while, say, hey, how's it going? So he never wanted me to be distracted. He wanted me to focus on what I was doing. And so just kind of kept me in the loop and when things were going on. And it was I went to Napa Now, which was a big Napa event, and it was a huge deal. I mean, everybody was there, everybody. And I spoke in front of, 987 people. And I didn't know until like 20 minutes before when they mic'd me up. And I knew Ron was going. I'm like, oh, cool, I'm going to get to watch Ron do it, right? Like, okay, you're going to go on as well. And I'm like, me? They're like, have you ever spoken in front of this many people? I'm like, oh, like maybe 100. But it went great. It went awesome. And that was like my first big Napa event. And it was so cool to just be surrounded by everybody. They're all like family, and they're all there for one goal of making Napa the best brand possible. And it was really, really cool to see that everybody, just like the camaraderie and things like that.
What's the call? What's the phone call, the text, or whatever it was? I'm sure Ron is still faxing people. When you got the word that you're going to be driving, and even though
you mean when it became official,
when it became official, and he still didn't have sponsorship money, right?
So honestly, from the beginning, Ron never made it a question. It was like, this is what's going to happen. So
you understand the pressure.
We were like, Ron, but like, do we have funding? He's like, not yet, but it's going. I mean, it's 100%. We're like, okay, wow, what? So he was never wavered on, this is happening. It's happening, and we're going to figure it out. So that was never even a question in his mind, which gave me obviously the utmost confidence that it's going to happen. If he says it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But when we got the word that every signature was signed on the Carlisle deal, was just, I mean, I can't even explain the excitement that I had. It was like, this is happening. Like, my life is changing.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas Fuel Treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
The 2026 season of speed at Worldwide Technology Raceway are on sale now. The Bommarito Automotive Group 500 and Celebration of 66 Festival, June 6th and 7th. The NASCAR Cup Series Enjoy Illinois 300, O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and Confluence Music Festival, September 11th through 13th. And the NHRA Napa Auto Parts Midwest Nationals, October 2nd through 4th. Save big by going to WWTRaceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring.
Hello.
You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
In life, you get out what you put in. Time, effort, dedication. On the track, in the garage, in your vehicle. When you choose Lucas Oil, your vehicle delivers. Mile after mile. Generation after generation. Lessons learned, passion earned. Lucas Oil, it works.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, how about $80 back? Yeah, man. Our good friends at General Tire, generaltire.com, want to show you how you can get up to $80 back when you buy 4 qualifying tires from General Tire. Go to generaltire.com and find out how you can get up to $80 back with 4 qualifying tires from General Tire. General Tire, official tire of the Freak Nation for over 2 decades. All right, so Scott McLaughlin, we caught up with him when they had the IndyCar NASCAR double at Phoenix Raceway. It was good to see him and all of his Penske teammates just hanging together with RP. We caught up with Scott McLaughlin. Spent about 5 good minutes with the guy. Again, one of the best personalities in IndyCar, and not afraid to mix it up. But there's a good story in this interview, but that him and Bubba Wallace go back and forth at each other about kind of cracking on each other. So Scott McLaughlin, now Speed Freaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios. So Scott McLaughlin here in the Freak Nation once again, and I'm looking at some championships down here. How many of these championship rings? Those are championship rings, right?
Race wins the top line, and poles the bottom line. The gold one you see is actually the Bathurst 1000. So that's the big one. That's our Indianapolis 500. That's our Daytona 500. So that was my ticket here. And I'll never forget, basically jumped off the roof from celebrating, and RP was down the bottom, and he said, okay, time for America in my ear, And at that point, it was an amazing thing. And then I don't think it quite computed with me that winning this race really allowed me to come to America. So it was about a year later, obviously COVID and all that stuff that happened. But this is a very special car to me.
But for people who aren't familiar with this series, there are some familiarities between this and a stock car with the Cup car, the base and so forth. Explain to the Freak Nation the similarities and then the non-similarities.
Yeah, so that the new Cup car that they've gone to is very similar to the supercar that they currently race. This is a slightly older generation car, or the last generation car, so it's a little bit different. But the independent rear axle and all that, and the diff and stuff like that, it's very similar to what they run now, but a lot more aerodynamics in this car and a bit more sort of sports car-y, I guess you could say. But fun fact is, like, you know, Joey's going to run it this weekend. This scheme. And the guy that ran second to me for this race was actually SVG. So so he might be on a revenge tour. So it might be pretty funny.
When you come with the Freak Nation, we enjoy your personality so much. We usually give you a lot of shit, and you probably give us shit back. Bubba was talking about how he gives you shit about Indianapolis 500 last year. Yeah. And what this reminded me of, and pardon me for my self-indulgence here, we all have those mistakes. Yes. My mistake way back when, 24 years ago, was interviewing Dale Jr. for the first time when he was a rookie. Yeah. Spent 10 minutes with a guy, walked away, didn't record it, did not push record, and I catch grief to this day. But I accept it's kind of like a badge of honor. But I went on in front of 7 million people when I did what you did at the Indy 500. Have you learned to accept that, just kind of move on and joke? Or
Yeah. I mean, what can you do? You either laugh or you cry. I mean, it was definitely, I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy, but you know, I think what's worse is actually being friends with Bubba, to be honest.
The worst feeling I can possibly imagine as a racing driver.
Favorite IndyCar driver of all time, Scott McLaughlin.
What can you do? You either laugh or you cry. I mean, it was definitely, I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy.
Best to ever have the hell of a start at the 2025 Indy 500.
Oh, no.
You know, I think what's worse is actually being friends with Bubba, to be honest. So, you know, I think that was probably the worst decision I've made.
Obviously, there's a line that you don't cross, and I gave it about 2 hours, and then I started pushing his button.
Nah, he's a great guy. I love that guy. He's a great dad. But we give each other a lot of crap. I think he keeps me honest, and I keep him honest at times to time as well, especially like Reddick's dominating right now, and I'm the first person to text him about it. That was probably the worst decision I've made. But nah, he's a great guy. I love that guy. He's a great dad. But we give each other a lot of crap, and it's you know, I think he keeps me honest, and I keep him honest at times to time as well, especially like Reddick's dominating right now, and I'm the first person to text him about it. But you know, he's a great dude and always been in my corner, and you got to have friends like that, keep you grounded. You got to have family, keep you grounded. And if anything, I learned a lot from that crash, and it sucks, but there's something. Everything happens for a reason. I fully believe that, and it just makes me want it more.
People don't know about the extension of your friendships in NASCAR and what you've done in some Bandoleros or Legends cars with these guys, right?
Yeah. Legends cars, me and Shane, SVG, and obviously I know Shane from Australia, but Bubba as well. We raced the summer shootout last year, which was fun. I was useless, but it was a lot of fun racing a couple of 12-year-olds and whatever. But then, you know, being in Charlotte, I live in Charlotte, so I know a lot of the guys or see them a lot. And so, yeah, I probably spend most of my time with Blaney and Bubba and our friendship group there. And they're just good dudes and always been welcome to us here in the vicinity. So, yeah, it's cool. It's good. It's cool to be racing on the same weekend as them.
And like we've said over and over again, yep, Phoenix is back next year as a double. Just saying that. Throwing it out there yet again. But Scott McLaughlin's going to get his revenge this May. I have a huge feeling he's going to get his revenge. What is the phrase they say in acting? A bad dress rehearsal leads to a great performance. Let's just say 2025 was the dress rehearsal.
Is there anyone that's going to be in a race car at the Indy 500 that is going to be more supported than him from a fan base?
Excellent question.
Elio Castroneves?
You know, with his drive for five. And Connor Daly's got a ride with Dreyer and Reinbold. The fans love Connor. He's their local guy. So those might be your top three.
And the GOAT, Alex Palou.
I mean, duh. It's hard. You can't hate that guy. He's amazing.
Like when we saw with Maddi Gordon, you just want those personalities in their respective sport to win because they're so good for the sport. Selfishly, they're so good for us. You don't need a-holes or drivers that just don't want to be here. And and some folks will say, well, the guys won the championships race. He's got a free pass to be an a-hole. No, you don't. I'm never going to teach my daughter to act like that when she's out there schooling little punk teammates on her team to be the a-hole of the team. No, I hate that. Hated that. Just low-hanging fruit. Oh, he's got all these world championships. He's got room to be an a-hole. No, shut up. I mean, Cole Cusimano knows exactly who I'm not talking about right now. Good friend he is, out of Vegas. Right? Guys used to party.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah. So, yeah, Scott McLaughlin is the kind of guy that you're going to root for. And I'll be curious and we don't need to talk about the actual product, but I would be curious, Crasher, if the same livery will be on the side of the car, because he did not get that sponsor a whole hell of a lot of run.
That's a Roger sponsor, though. Yep. So he does get that livery. He does get that sponsor a lot of run throughout the rest of the year, though. So it's all fine, and they're not going anywhere. They're not. I know who. We can't even say it.
Oh, no,
I mean, we can, but it's just odd.
So, Freak Nation, there's your IndyCar fix.
Well, hold on, though. Going into Barber this week, IndyCar fans, IndyCar diehards know exactly why it's appropriate to feature Scott McLaughlin going into the Barber race. Alex Palou is the defending winner, obviously, but the most memorable Barber Motorsports Park win was Scott McLaughlin, because he had the mannequin Georgina who fell off the bridge during his race win. He had Georgina with him, not in Victory Lane, but later in the media center. So let's see what happens this time.
Cole Cusimano, do you have any idea what she's talking about?
Yes, only because we talked about it last year. Yeah. And mannequin was actually a very good term to use for that.
I don't know what else you can call Georgina.
Well,
there's this wicked lady that was attached to a bridge and she fell.
Yeah.
She was a damn mannequin, man. That's what the hell she was.
She was a mannequin. It was a plastic lady.
Okay.
So you're going to have Barber, and then you're going to have Dark Week, and after that, it's Easter, right? So NHRA, IndyCar, NASCAR are all off?
On Easter weekend, yes.
Is that right?
So does that mean Speed Freaks are off?
Speed Freaks are never off at Freak Nation.
Oh.
We are never off. Give me a one shot, Cody.
Oh.
Speed Freaks are never off, Freak Nation. Crasher, what is the old saying from our good friend Bill Belichick?
No days off.
There you go, Freak Nation. Cole Cusimano's going to be slinging pies on Easter. That's a big day for freaking Amicis, right? Nothing says Easter like freaking sausage and extra cheese.
Good Friday is actually huge for the pizza biz, but we're closed on Easter. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I'm also off for Speed Freaks every Sunday, so they can deal with that.
Got it. So what are you saying? That we should... I'm not going to say that, no. Which, by the way, real quick, Richard C. Suave, Cole Cusimano is a freaking TikTok star, right?
Cole Cusimano is a TikTok star. You can follow Cole what's your thing?
I don't even know. At Cole_Cusimano.
Dude, I'm trying to give you some
stinking
love on your TikTok. It's been blowing up.
I'm still trying to get the hang of it.
You know, him and his freaking St. Louis, St. Christopher, St. Augustine. What is it? Saint what? Real quick.
It's St. Anthony.
St. Anthony. Yeah, maybe you might need to get on St. Anthony on that TikTok, because my goodness, the way you drop some F-bombs, some S-bombs, I don't know if the big SA is going to be happy with you.
Yeah. It is at Cole_Cusimano_, by the way. Same as Twitter.
Beat the Freaks next. Did we give away a set of General tires and more? Coming up. Speed Freaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas Fuel Treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Tickets are on sale now for the 10th Bommarito Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Sunday, June 7th features 3 huge races. The USAC Classic, Firestone Indy next, and the only Sunday night prime time NTT IndyCar Series race. Enjoy a weekend of cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. The stars of the Indy 500 are coming to St. Louis. Get your tickets now and save big at www.raceway.com.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
Are you worried about your taxes? Okay, so I'm talking to those of you out there that have not filed in a few years with the IRS or state. It's time to get worried, and here's why. The IRS is getting back from their own COVID lockdown, and they're hiring more enforcers, and they're going to come after people that owe taxes. So if you're a 1099 worker, and maybe you just plain forgot to file your taxes, you need to call the professionals right now at the Tax Helpline. They are experts at knowing the tax regulations, and their goal is to help you pay as little as possible. Call right now and get a 100% free tax evaluation. Remember, before the IRS knocks on your door, knock on our door. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, make this free call right now.
Call Texas 321 now at 800-808-9443. 800-808-9443. That's 800-808-9443.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, I don't want to go any further without bringing up a couple of men that have passed over the last, month and a half. George Barber, yes, the namesake for Barber Motorsports Park. I understand he's got a heck of a freaking motorcycle collection that I'd love to see, but he's also a race car driver, becoming a real estate developer. And again, in 2003, built Barber Motorsports Park, which, by the way, that's where IndyCar is going to be running next weekend. And then Jim McCallion, who has spent over 5 decades with the Long Beach Grand Prix Association, specifically with the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, who, Crasher, we've known for 25 years, who was somewhat of an underling to Chris Pook at the time, but then he took it over once Chris Pook left. And Jim McCallion was just such a nice man.
Also former racer.
And he lost his life on Friday, was it?
No, just yesterday.
Was that
Saturday.
yesterday? Holy smokes. With us being from Southern California, we had a chance to spend a lot of time with Jim McCallion with the Long Beach Grand Prix. That's just a good dude, man. Look up George Barber and Jim McCallion, and you'll get an incredible history of 2 men very responsible for advancing motorsports here on this planet. Before we get to Beat the Freaks, Cole Cusimano and I were we weren't arguing, but Cole Cusimano, again, yeah, here we go. Listen, my parents, when they were living, Cole, it was the same thing. They would watch, and Crasher's mom is the same way. They will watch. I don't care if I had a video of me sitting on the toilet broadcasting to the people in the neighborhood. They would watch it. It was just like whatever. They would watch everything I did. Same thing that your mom and dad are doing.
It's great. That's great parenting.
Awesome, awesome support.
Supportive parents.
So Cole Cusimano is going to learn a fast lesson here. If you don't want things said on the air, you just don't say it. So Cole Cusimano's
say it on the air.
No, you didn't say it. No, I said if you don't want it on the air, then just don't say it.
Man,
so what happened in off air was evidently Cole's dad was curious if Cole is going to work some magic with Maddi Gordon.
That's so bad. That is so bad.
What's wrong? What's wrong, Richie? What's wrong with good-looking girls?
That's a private conversation.
Who said? He didn't say, Kenny, don't talk about this on the air.
Oh my gosh.
Cole, I'm on your side here.
Yeah, that's
you are
not
right.
right.
See, yeah, you get
Yeah,
it. You get it.
Cole is a highly esteemed member of the motorsports media.
Right.
Correct.
He can't.
Thank you for the highly esteemed. I don't know about that.
He can't date a race car driver?
Cole Cusimano is a highly esteemed member of the TikTok diecast community.
that too. Yes.
Okay, I'll take that, I guess. I don't know.
We're fans of the Spencers.
The
who?
Lee Spencer
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what about him?
and her husband.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, they're married.
Okay.
So why can't you date a race car driver?
I mean, I guess I could, but
Well, what's wrong with it?
there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, then why are you upset?
I don't know. It's kind of embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing, man? She's and you. My point was this: you said she's 10 years older than you. You're 30.
I'm
30?
10 years older.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Cole, look at you. Get a close up of Cole.
No.
Does that face look like it's 31, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah. You look like you're 22, man.
You forgot that I'm still dating Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, dang.
So
sorry.
Thanks for blowing that up.
Figure that out.
Well, look, Henley and I were at the store yesterday. she was curious why they still card me at the store because she basically said, "Dang, Dad, you look so damn old. Why are they still carding you?" Like they got to do it to get so I can get the alcohol. And she asked, and said, "Do you know anybody else that gets carded?" And I said, "Probably Richie from time to time. I know Cole does. Not Cody, because Cody will whoop their ass if they ask him to pull out his freaking license."
Damn right.
Yeah. So my point is this: if you're 21, if she's 21 and you're 31, I don't think that 10-year age difference is a big deal. That's the first thing that you said. Are you just scared to date a woman that goes 330 miles an hour?
No.
Then what's the problem?
I wouldn't. This is such a dumb conversation. I don't even want to say anything. How do I answer any of these questions?
I disagree. This is a pretty good conversation.
No, no.
Just say no comment and move
No
on.
comment.
Yeah.
Plead the fifth.
Everything's great. Ready for a great weekend here at Phoenix. Is that what you said?
Mr. and Mrs. Cusimano, keep them coming, man. Next time, text me so I can get after Cole, right?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
What'd you say? An esteemed what?
Cole is a highly esteemed member of this motorsports media community and / highly esteemed member of the TikTok diecast community as well. Cole put up a whole TV show worth of diecast unboxings, which is pretty sick.
It's like a half an hour.
He's rich, okay? He's rich. Maddie, if you're watching, he's rich.
Oh my God. I wish I was rich.
And he just said he supported you, and then he threw you under the bus.
Geez,
That's it. Hey.
By the way, I didn't say anything about wanting to date anybody. My dad was like, "When are they going to set you up?" So
it worked for Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, two billionaires.
You could slip her a note.
True.
I don't think Travis Kelce was a billionaire.
He's a millionaire.
Million.
Yeah.
Not a B.
B's and M's, you know.
Thousandaires are still cool.
Cody.
I mean, yeah.
Cody, how old is your girlfriend?
28.
How old are you?
30. Oh, 30 this year.
Okay. Crasher's over 10 years older than me. What's the problem, Cole?
I see no problem.
Younger.
I see no problem.
See, what's the problem, Cole?
I already went into this in the break. It's different if it's like 18 versus 28 or 21 versus 31. You know, that I feel like that's kind of a weird thing to do.
All depends
but
on
if
maturity
it's,
level.
if it's like 28 and 38, something like that, then that's, you know, it's different.
Cole, highly esteemed member of the motorsports media, and comparing to anybody who's still be of college age, that's a big difference in maturity levels. You know.
Yeah.
It's all about maturity.
So once
Welcome
you hit
to Speed Freaks.
the age of 25, I mean, it's cool when you turn 25, you can finally rent your own car. So is that kind of like when the age is like, all right, now you're an adult, you're an official
That
adult?
seems fair.
We're all
That
piling
seems
on
fair.
Nicole.
That seems fair. This is like a nice like Larry David like segment. Like what's acceptable and what's not. Yeah, we'll say that the acceptable age for like a 10-year gap in dating is like 26, 27. There you go.
Okay.
So basically, you're saying kids in high school, no, not cool. Not cool.
What? No, he's not gonna date. He's not gonna date anybody in high school.
No, I'm saying because I knew friends of mine in high
got it.
school that went older, and I was always kind of like,
yeah.
that's odd.
Okay, so
That's
how
a
low?
legal problem,
How
so.
low will you go now?
How low will I go now?
Yeah.
To date
Yeah.
someone? I mean, geez, I'm 30 now.
Yeah.
25.
Right.
Yeah. 25. That seems
If
fair.
if Maddie right now shot you a DM, you'd say, "Listen, baby." What would you do?
I mean, that's different. If there's interest from someone else, that's fine. But like, I'm not actively doing that to anyone that's 10 years younger than me.
Do you know how?
Dad's is great TV, by the way. Great TV. Thanks. Yeah.
Do you know how Graham Rahal, and now I want to know the age difference between Graham Rahal and Courtney Rahal. I don't think it's that much, but anyway, that they started off because of a slide into a DM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was Courtney sliding into Graham's DMs.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
man.
Interesting.
Listen, not everybody gets to beat out.
Cole, you need to put this on your dating app profile.
I don't do that crap.
Yeah.
I
mean, I could, though.
Are Gen Zers killing dating apps?
I wouldn't know.
It's
Nobody on here is a Gen Zer, so
Right. Okay. Good job, Cole. You handled it.
Yeah.
I mean,
you passed the audition, Cole.
I was just about to say
I'm gonna have
something.
Maddie's dad kick my ass now.
I was just about to make a joke and call back to a drop we had on the show 7 years ago, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to set myself up for that.
So the first tease we put out for today's show, just freaking smash up what he said.
Oh,
just
my
make him
God.
sound like a jerk.
Yeah.
And tag Maddi Gordon.
No, I'm going to make him look good. I'm going to say highly esteemed member
Let's
of
not-
the motorsports media.
Let's not do that.
Cole Cusimano.
Unless you want to do like a blind dating segment with me and Richie, we could just pitch ourselves to all the eligible bachelorettes out there.
Hey.
Now we're talking.
Be
right?
careful with bachelorettes. They might start throwing bar stools at
yeah,
you.
no, the show is canceled. So yeah, whoa.
Hey, Beat the Freaks, Freak Nation. Be sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram because you'll get a shot to win a set of General Tires. And this weekend, of course, was Darlington, Richie, Crasher, Cole Cusimano, and yours truly. We threw our picks in there, and someone else did, and Richie chose that lovely person from Instagram. Be sure you follow us on Instagram, Freak Nation. How do we do?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, cow. Houston is highly esteemed member of the motorsports media now.
Oh.
That's right, baby. Come on.
Richie in first place, Cole in second, Kenny in third, Crash me fourth, and our winner, unfortunately, below all four of us.
I think Hannah took Kyle Larson. And that's where things went
I
haywire.
think it's Larson, Hamlin, Bell.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I think Hannah might be 21 years old, Cole Cusimano.
Jesus.
Hey, Freak Nation, right here on Official Speed Freaks every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. You have Horsepower Hump Day. And every Sunday night, 7 o'clock p.m. and then Eastern Pacific and 10 p.m. Eastern Sunday nights. Later.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
In life, you get out what you put in. Time, effort, dedication. On the track, in the garage, in your vehicle. When you choose Lucas Oil, your vehicle delivers. Mile after mile. Generation after generation. Lessons learned, passion earned. Lucas Oil, it works.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability, restrictions, and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Tickets are on sale now for the 10th Bommarito Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Sunday, June 7th features 3 huge races. The USAC Classic, Firestone Indy next, and the only Sunday night prime time NTT IndyCar Series race. Enjoy a weekend of cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. The stars of the Indy 500 are coming to St. Louis. Get your tickets now and save big at WWTRaceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas fuel treatment. It works.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.